Alrighty, so it's a little windy here, so try to make this quick. Coming to you live from the future. It's actually November 27th here, and if the audio on this is decent, when I upload this, it'll be in the past, the 26th in the States. So I'm actually broadcasting live from the land down under. And if you can imagine, it is beautiful here, very futuristic here, so that's part of the message. Here in Australia, they're agnostic, from my understanding, just from talking to people, meaning that they don't believe in any deities, any gods, or anything like that. Whereas where I just came from in the past, they were very religious. Where I am now is basically the buckle of the Bible Belt. So there is they're very scientific here. They don't believe there's proof. Whereas where I'm coming from, where I grew up, they're basically saying the Bible is proof and their religion is the proof. So there is a difference between religion and science, but there's a link between science and spirituality, and that's the area that I focus in. The thing is, it's a difficult position to be in because it's just hard to try to show evidence of something that can't be weighed from a scientific standpoint, or have people try to seek experience from a religious standpoint when they're very closed-minded and believe they have all the answers. So it's a difficult position to be in. And the key to both of those positions is the observer, it's you. It's the consciousness that is saying that they're religious or agnostic. But the thing is, there's deeper levels to that consciousness. And if you look at it from a purely scientific standpoint, so you don't have to believe in any deities or anything like that, and that's understandable. But if you look at it from a purely scientific standpoint, E equals MC squared, if you believe matter and energy are interrelated, there's only one energy, and it's not created nor destroyed, it just changes form. So the separation is an illusion, and that's the same thing that's taught in some of the Eastern traditions, not mostly on the Western side. So there's a link there, and I study that link, I operate within that link, and that's what's going to bring about peace on the planet. But we have to come to the understanding that there's more information, and in this reality, I heard the one expression that no Pixar didn't happen. So I can't take a picture of love and show you that love exists, and love can't be measured, but any scientific person that loves their family or has love for anything would not deny the fact that love exists. So that's an example of a non-physical thing existing. And look at what people do for love, this thing that supposedly doesn't exist. So that's one example of a non-physical thing interacting with a physical universe. And there's more examples of that when you look at your own consciousness. And that's the key. So that's where I'm going to ask for your help. How do you communicate that? Especially the closed-minded people that claim they know everything, on the scientific side and on the religious side. On the scientific side, the people that don't believe in any spiritual or soul aspects of themselves, they go so far as to, want to wonder if this is a simulated universe, a matrix, if you will. And the thing is, they don't even care. I don't care if it's a matrix or not. The question is, what can you do within this matrix? Because you can't create a new matrix at this point. What can you do within this matrix? What can you manifest within this reality? So it doesn't matter if it's simulated or not. Does that mean that we should continue behaving the way we're behaving? So the truth is, you can wake up within this matrix, and that's what I've done, and that's what I've tried to show in as best and as high detail as I can, with video and the whole lifetime, pretty much, of footage, and basically increase the frequency since I've woken up, and really try to explain it in a sense that's relatable, and just take the information and make it in a digestible way for those that are not even trying to figure out some of these answers. So it's pretty windy over here. I'm going to start heading back, but yeah, it's just interesting, and I'm still learning, I'm still growing. There's a lot of information that's been suppressed and hidden from us, and the scientific people, the quote-unquote smart people that claim they know everything, are missing something fundamental. And the same thing with the religious people that claim they know everything. They're missing something fundamental as well. And I'm not saying that I know everything, but I'm saying there's a link between the two that we need to explore, and we need to just take a pause and look and see if there's more information. It's easy to say that we know it all. And if we did, if we had the truth, if we really knew what was going on, then why are we in our environment treating it the way we are, treating each other the way we are, if we know what's going on? So there's more that we can do. There's a better reality we can create for ourselves. And that's my intent. I'm trying to do that. So I'm asking for your help. If you were a time traveler, that had a message of higher spirituality and consciousness that you're trying to implement into this reality, how would you do it? How would you get through the noise that's going on now? So in my journey, I've used videos and media and all of that stuff, because people don't read like they used to, or like they should, in my opinion. But I'm not saying that I'm the be all end all, but just to show that there's more to the situation. And I'm using my life as an example, not just talking about something, but actually living something and showing you something from a real live person that's in here now, experiencing these things now. So I'm doing this in your reality right here, right now, willing to talk to you, to put out information. This is a matrix. I've installed a program called Victor Bang on the matrix to show you there's a different reality to it. There's more to it. There's a higher aspect of yourself that is deep within you that can be discovered and that can be realized and awoken. And I'm not the first one to say it. I won't be the last one to say it, but I am going to say it in my own particular way and with my own particular experience. And it's interesting, if I was in the East saying these things, it wouldn't be a big deal. In the West, it's crazy over here. But we have the opportunity to make drastic changes, and that's what pushes me, is the potential that's here to do that. So I'm just trying to show that in the best way that I can, and it's difficult. It's not an easy thing to do. So I'm asking your help in ideas and ways that you would communicate this. If you was a time traveler that came into this reality to change this timeline for the better, how would you do it? If you were Jesus, if you will, and you came here and you're trying to show people that, hey, your words and your teachings were hijacked by these religions that don't have most people's true liberation in heart, how would you change that? If you were a scientist that woke up in the Matrix and you see all these other scientists talking about these alternate realities and holographic realities and not even looking at the scientist himself, how would you convey that information? So I'm looking for your ideas, and just imagine like what I'm saying is true. I put out the 100-degree challenge to lay out my information in as succinct a way as I could. So I don't know if I can make it any clearer or make it any simpler, but if you have a better idea or you have another way to look at it, I'm all ears. It's not about me, it's about us raising the consciousness, because we can do a lot more than we're doing. So that's where I'm coming from, and I'm gonna try to do a shorter video, because when I get to talking, they kind of run long, and I'm trying to keep them short, but it's so much information and so much that's not being talked about. I mean, look at this, the scenery behind here. I mean, why can't this be where things are not like this? So there you have it, y'all. And hopefully this audio is not that windy, but it is windy out here. So appreciate y'all listening. Peace.